In this module, we will be covering circulation duties. More specifically, we will be going over attendance. As an overview of this section of the module, we will talk about attendance, your required contracted hours, and missing work. Attendance is important for a variety of reasons in our area. As a public service desk, we are required to always be ready to help patrons. But if no one shows up, we cannot serve others, and that becomes a problem. As part of the agreement you sign, you are required to meet your contracted hours, as stated via the labor program. If you don't, you can be placed on labor probation. Continued probation could lead to expulsion. Here we are a team, and without you here, we are not able to get other tasks completed. For example, taking turns shelving. If we do not have two people at the desk, we are not able to shelve because we do not have desk coverage. Because we are team-based, it is imperative that you are punctual to your shifts. Coming in late can cause others to leave late for their class, especially when there wasn't someone else there to cover the desk. Furthermore, consistent attendance is vital in the world of customer service. Every missed shift or late arrival directly impacts the customer service experience. Absenteeism can lead to understaffing, longer wait times, and increased stress for both employees and customers alike. In a field where responsiveness and availability are key, even a single absence can disrupt operations and damage customers' relationships. As a customer service worker, it is important to understand the importance of showing up, not just for the paycheck, but for the people we serve. Punctuality and attendance reflect a deeper commitment to the values of professionalism and accountability. In a role where interactions are often fleeting yet impactful, customer service professionals must demonstrate unwavering dedication to their duties. Consistently arriving on time and being present sends a message that they take their responsibilities seriously and are invested in delivering the best possible service. Additionally, punctuality and attendance contribute to a positive work culture within customer service teams. When everyone respects their schedules and fulfills their obligations, it fosters a sense of cohesion and reliability. Team members can trust each other to be there when needed, creating a supportive environment where everyone can thrive. Conversely, chronic lateness or absenteeism can breed resentment and strain relationships, undermining morale and productivity. Attendance as per the student handbook states that labor assignment schedules are established by individual labor supervisors. Responsibility for meeting the attendance requirements rests with the student. Any failure to meet scheduled labor must be cleared with the labor supervisor. No college office or service can excuse students for absence from classes or labor assignments, which can be excused only by a faculty member or labor supervisor. However, supporting information related to an absence may be obtained from various offices and services to be used in consideration of a request for excused absences. For excused hours, as for the labor program handbook, students who are unable to report to a regularly scheduled work assignment due to an emergency are expected to notify their labor supervisor immediately. Special circumstances, such as an excused absence due to a death in the family or prolonged illness, should be communicated to the labor program office to consider if the student may be excused from a portion of the labor requirement. This should be done as quickly as possible to determine if circumstances would require documentation. Documentation should specify any restrictions as well when the student is cleared to return to work. A doctor/dental appointment is typically not excused unless it develops into a more serious condition requiring considerable absenteeism. In instances other than emergencies, the labor supervisor should be notified well in advance of the absence, and time should be made up before the end of the term. Anytime you need to miss, you should let your supervisor know as soon as possible. As stated before, you're on a contract. You are required to fulfill your end of the contract unless the labor program states otherwise. Depending on your contract, you will have a specific requirement to meet. If you are on a 10-hour contract, you must meet the 160 total. There is some wiggle room, and the max is 172 hours for a 10-hour contract. Even if you get to the 160 hours before finals week, you are still required to work finals unless you are giving approval not to. Everyone works finals week. If you're on a 12-hour contract, the max allotted is 180, and if you are on a 15-hour contract, the max allotted is 225. What to do if you need to miss work? If you have to miss work, always try to get someone to switch shifts with you. To do this, post on Teams the day and the time you need covered. Notify your supervisor and those who are on that shift with you. This is to ensure that we are all looped in. If you switch shifts with someone, you must cover the same amount of hours that they are covering for you. They must give you the dates and the time that they need covered. You are responsible for covering for them since they covered for you. Failure to do so will result in a write-up. I want more hours. You may or may not be wondering, what do I do if I want to work more hours? You can only work the hours you are scheduled for. Your supervisor calculates your hours and has ensured that you will meet your contract requirements. But what if I've missed a shift? Talk to your supervisor. If there is an open slot in the schedule, you will be asked to work then, if your class schedule permits it. Time management help. If you struggle with time management and remembering your schedule, use the following website. Your supervisor used it throughout their time at Bria and found it extremely helpful. You can also print it and put it in the front of your binder and save a copy on your phone. Another option is to manually enter your schedule on Outlook. If you have the Outlook app, you can easily access your calendar and check your schedule there. If you need more help, please ask your supervisor.